I have always hated the feeling of being trapped. And that's why I hate It's a Wonderful Life. Look, George Bailey had all sorts of plans to escape his hometown, Bedford Falls, and see the world. What happens by the end of the movie? He stays. And I know, the point of the movie is he learns he means a lot to everyone around him, but still, he never finds freedom. And this Easter weekend, a lot of us feel trapped. Trapped by these walls, trapped by a small set of relationships, trapped by our very own skin. If I accidentally touch something, I could catch the disease and kill me or someone I love. I can't even touch my own face. How is this any way to spend an Easter weekend? We should all be out with family and friends and at church. It's like we've all been given personal graves. We've all been entombed. And all we want is to escape back to life. What is true is this experience of being entombed disturbs me not because it's alien to me, but because it's all too familiar. This really reflects my entire life. All of us at some point sensed death was raising up its walls around us. The first age line around our eyes. The first time we lost a loved one. The first time we realized that most of our work is probably meaningless. It's like death has been building its walls around us brick by brick. This is the human experience. And you want to know something strange? We disciples of Christ have been celebrating this entombing experience for almost 2,000 years. We embrace it, we love it, we call it Easter. And on Easter, we celebrate the one who voluntarily allowed himself to be entombed and enter death, Jesus. Why? You see, something good happens in death. Death is not good. It's destructive to the good life. It corrodes and poisons and brings decay. Its children are no good either. Anxiety, fear, worry. But in the tomb, in death's house, something good does happen, but it depends on who's doing the dying. You see, our Easter celebration isn't just to celebrate that a man named Jesus died nearly 2,000 years ago, but who that man actually was. That man was and is God. So when we say something good happens in death, what we mean is something good happens when you try to put God in death's house first. God changes the house of death into a place of deep transformation. And isn't that what some of you are experiencing to a degree in this age of COVID? Don't you sense that in the four walls of your constricting home, your family is starting to change? Some have told me their families are finding themselves again. Mothers are reporting their teenagers' anxiety is cut in half because they've been pulled out of overwhelming school schedules and unmanageable social lives. They're rediscovering the rhythms of life. You're also embracing a worldview that the people who share your city block and your office floor have value. And there are people who are suffering that need your goodwill and support right now. The sick, the doctors, nurses, EMT, delivery people. And let's be honest, those things were not that important before we got locked into our house graves. But now they are. And don't we believe we'll come out better for this? Hope will come out better? Your house doesn't have to be a tomb. It can be a place of transformation. And this rings true for us because it's already what Jesus, the Son of God, did nearly 2,000 years ago and why we've been celebrating Easter ever since. He changed the tomb into a place where we're transformed. The tomb no longer has to be the end, but the passageway to true life and life changed and flourishing and with God. As the Apostle Paul tells us, in a flash, in the twinkling of an eye, at the last trumpet, for the trumpet will sound, the dead will be raised imperishable, and we will be changed. But the biggest news is that the disciples of Jesus celebrate another element of Easter, and really, the most important part. Death's house couldn't hold God. How could it? The great stone was dragged away from from the tomb's entrance, and Jesus not only escaped death, he defeated it. And isn't that what you want right now? The front doors of your own house to be flung open, the school halls to be filled with kids again, the restaurants to celebrate life with its cleaning of glasses and banging of tables and generous laughter. Our urgency to live again is an echo of not only what we want, but what Jesus promised to bring us in eternity, his good life. Disciples of Jesus, we know what the last couple of weeks have been. They are a parable of a truer story. The story that Jesus entered death's house, changed it into a place of transformation, defeated it, and then on the third day the stone was rolled away and he stepped out into a greater life. He made the way and we follow him. My friends, you may feel trapped. This is the human experience, but you are actually free. As John, one of his apostles, once said, if the Son has set you free, you are free indeed. He is risen. He is risen indeed.